So, um, this is a much needed update video. Uh, so, some of the things that I've been working on is what you see before you. Working on updating a few of the old models, hence why there's been no new models being released. But I just finished recently. It's not completely finished, but I still need to add some bones or move some bones around for it to be complete. But seems like Snake likes it. So yeah, new grenade for the incomplete series. I'm still not gonna add. I'm still not gonna say that it's 100% complete, seeing as how it's still not the real grenade. But I did do something to make it original and stuff. Hope you like. Other than that, uh, models in general have been a little bit sluggish due to some things that I mentioned on Deviant Art, which is time consumption and uh, rescheduling. A lot of my stuff happens to, fall into the background when it comes to updating and uh, getting things, together and correct. Uh, Only because I have to make time for family and amongst other things. And these priorities, I prioritize more so than uh, the models. Like eating is more important than models. So yeah, I gotta make sure I cook a good meal and stuff. Uh, Other than that, things have been coming along somewhat nicely. Uh, I always say that in my videos, but it's something that I tend to go to when it relates to uh uh things like this. But yeah. So as far as game development, uh I'm trying to create a brand, so that might take a while for me to get everything organized, straightened up. And yeah, and some of the game models that I did make, I'm not satisfied with. Uh, and I really want to redo them. And also, I won't be making, because of the brand thing. I won't be making any future updates or anything like that for uh those models, because I'm not going to be focusing on video games for right now. Uh, until I get the branding together. Um, get that straightened out. And um, I'm going to be opening up shop. Hopefully, not going to say a time frame, but you'll be seeing some results of what I have by the end of September, if I can make that deadline. As mentioned on DeviantArt, a lot of things has been popping up unexpectedly, and I have to make time for those things because I prioritize those things more so than pointless model creations and stuff. Well, it's not pointless, but it's tedious and time consuming, and I have to stay focused unless I get distracted and move on to other things, which has been happening because my ADHD is like really bothering me. It's like, oh, I'm missing this file. Oh, I need to get it from here. Yeah, this file has this in it. Well, I can update it and like move this over to here, and I need to move it over to my other computer. So let me put it on my USB and hand that over. And while I'm on that, oh yeah, there's some interesting animations ideas for anime cartoons. Let me put that in my back folder and let's read a few. So those ideas and stuff, they all just is a consistent stream of me saying I'll do this, I'll do that, and then I end up doing something completely different. But happily, I was able to complete the grenade and today, it's all been done in one day, so that's why it looks the way it does. Certain parts are missing because I don't really feel as though I should model the accuracy of the in-game grenade until like you get the in-game grenade until I get my hands on it. Because I don't want it to be a replacement. And I don't want to spend too much time on something that I'm going to replace eventually. So, just like game models, video game models, I don't want to spend too much time on something I might replace. So, as far as getting things done right the first time around, um, there's been a few slight errors in calculation and my thoughts on how it should look or how I want it to end up looking, and then versus how it will compare to when I rig it. So you'll be seeing the model, but I may not be it may not be rigged quite yet. And so much like what you see before you, I wanted to create little short animations to so you get an idea of the personality that you're working with with the model. I guess I don't know. It's like little intros I had planned. I planned this like way back in 2001, 2020, 2021 is when I planned the animation things and stuff like that. And I've been jumping in and out of game development, learning that and assets for that, and it's it's been a roller coaster because of good and bad things happening. So I don't know. I feel as though um I feel as though that if I were worthy to put anything out, it would be rushed, incomplete, because I wanted to finish it before the end of this year, the video games. But I can't be too headstrong into what I really want because my eyes are like uh, a kid at a chocolate factory. Ooh, let's put this in it. Ooh, let's put that in it. Ooh, let's add this and add these features. Let's have 50 different idle animations. Just in case people get bored of the first three. So I was like, well, that's nice and all, but everything has to be calculated. So I'm like, I can't just do what Snake doing, just eyeball it and then say, it looks good. Let's add it in there. Because certain things can be errored, like glitched, to where certain movement is prohibited because a certain animation is playing out. Uh, and let's say it happens to when you're like on a boss fight and you're just standing there, but a specific animation queues up because I didn't set the trigger time correctly, and it triggers, and you're not able to move until the animation is complete until you get up off the ground if you trip or anything. Uh, and you're like, I just got killed by the boss because I stood still too long. I was standing still because I was safe in this area, and then I couldn't move. So I was like, nah, it's not a good idea for me to let me make sure the audio is working. It's not a good idea for me uh to do those things so straightforward and rushing through it all. I want to take my time to actually build everything up to actually, you know, uh, say that I did it right and good the first time around instead of I made mistakes, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be plenty of mistakes. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing that you do that is 100% perfect. So, just that the more time you spend on a project, the more wrinkles you can iron out if you're not too hyper focused on making everything picture perfect the way you see fit. Because sometimes you get feedback and then you're like, maybe I should change that. So, uh, it's like, what is good enough? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is good enough to where it's not uh too much being hyper focused and creating problems to where you look at it and be like, yeah, 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 that's good enough. But then again, like Snake said, like, so, let me eyeball this over again. So I was like, yeah, it's plenty of things that I'm working on that could be done better. I feel, uh, and I feel like that I don't want to rush too much into it. I've been doing a lot of uh my custom work, but it's not my products. Like I don't own the uh, IP, intellectual properties of the characters that I'm making. So I'm like, why am I doing these characters? Well, some of them I really wanted to pay my respects, like spoilers. What's her name? Cat Girl Without Violet. The April 1st project. I really wanted to have custom creation of that character out by April 1st. But as things slowly became more convoluted with things that could be finished faster instead of working on uh, something that requires a lot more attention, and I felt like I wasn't ready model development wise. I tend to uh, overthink my creative process to where um, the model in question doesn't get done the way that I think it should be done, or I'll have to come back to it later to complete it. So I say it's incomplete. Like I still haven't done the Lucina uh sword guard sheath fix for the EX model. I was gonna add a few more expressions as well. I still haven't touched her at all, like in Blender. Uh, those things that I'm supposed to be adding is uh somewhat tedious, but I also wanted to do it in a way that it would look like it's originally supposed to be there. That's the way that I'm trying to get that done. So I'm like, I'm not sure if I should do it the way I'm doing it now or the way I'm thinking about doing it. So yeah, so it's a few things that is just me personally just figuring out that I need to get around to uh deciphering if I should and shouldn't do this project or complete this project that the way I see fit. Uh Other than that, let's see. Um Things might be slowing down even more because of life changes that are going to happen sooner. Hopefully not too soon, but somewhere in the middle ground where I can get my bearings easily. And I'll be ready for it. I can talk a whole lot of interesting facts, but sometimes when it comes to putting money where my mouth is, it's I kind of fall just just a little short of what my highest expectations should be. So I have high expectations and high goals, and I tend to undermine some of the important key factors. I was thinking like I could put a whole lot more detail in this animation, but I was like, this is just gonna be a short animation for Snake to, you know, look look at his grenade and be like, so yeah, this is a new grenade. But I was like, I can do a little bit better. Make it swivel, make it move around, make his fingers adjust to grip the grenade properly, and make sure that nothing clips through improperly and stuff like that. So it's like those those small details that I add on to certain things. For example, for another example, there's a animation with Sonic that I hinted towards with the latest video, which no one watched because no one wants to see Filmora fails. So I put everything in there in the description of the video. I hinted towards what you'll see next for the next short that I've been working on. And speaking of that short, I got certain key elements down. It's just working on the music that I had planned for two things. Music that I have planned for the model editing because it's going to be a long session of fast forwarding for the 7 hour uh, footage without audio because I you'll find out in the next video after RDR 7 hour RDR video. Fast forward, it's fast forward, so you don't have to watch the first 7 hours. It's not gonna be 7 hours. It's gonna be a few hours, but it's not gonna be seven. So anyway, the whole fact is that I can't complete the video until I finish music for the background. Lately I've been getting the video out, but not really people have been interested in playing their own music in the background or getting uh things together to where uh you can do your own thing as the video plays, uh or you can play your own music for the fast play. uh but not a lot of people have been watching it all the way through because uh it's not being certain things aren't being explained. So I'm thinking I should take a little bit of time to uh add some text here and there for referencing, just so you know what I'm doing. But I really want to get to. I really want to just fast forward all of this and get to the MMD section. That's what I really want to really get talking about because I went into detail as I was exporting the model like 4 to 5 times. Uh, what I was working on, what I'm trying to achieve, and what I'm looking for when I was exporting the model. Uh, when certain vertices connect automatically. Um, so what I ended up doing is uh, making sections to where I was talking a little bit about what I'm doing in general, and all of that was muted. All the whole video was muted, and I didn't know until the next recording, where halfway through, I check the audio and just to see what was going on, and then that's when the audio, uh, the mic display showed that each time I was talking, I was like, "Oh, hold on, the audio was not working," and so yeah, sad news bears. It went to media heaven, but yeah, hopefully nothing else bad happens. And it's been really stormy lately, to where I'm afraid to work on anything big, like projects that I go on and on and on and on without saving, like Blender projects. I don't save all the time because it's waste up waste it's a waste of space, and sometimes it saves over files that I actually want to go back to change. I end up making duplicates so I can use some things as a base, so I won't have to start from scratch again. So it's a cycle of that. Oh yeah, and speaking of bases and duplicates and stuff, I won't be showing you everything of how the model was made. I'll just be showing you the complete process of the model being rigged or the model being finished. being a finished product. Uh, the only reason I'm doing that is because uh, recording myself doing hours and hours and hours and hours long editing, and to go back and fix some of the things that I rushed through because I don't want to waste your time looking at a model thing, eyeballing it, saying like, so I could do this, I could do that, and like, so what is he doing? And if I go through it all and speak it, and then I don't do it, you're like, so hey, you forgot about doing this. Hey, you forgot about doing that. Or so no, I second guess myself. Like it was better without it, or it was something else I could have done better down the road, or I wanted to change this, but it would be too time consuming to complete. So I was like, nah, it's it's something that I want to be able to take my time on and not rush through. Um, I'm not saying that all models will have no evidence of me working on it, but um, I will be releasing, like I said, pictures by the end of this month, somewhere around there. Roughly by next month, a lot of things will be being released again, and I will be just slightly more active uh, because certain animations that I have planned, it's gonna take a while to get the sound effects, the voiceovers, and stuff like that. So I'm mainly focusing on short shorts that can be animated with ease, to where a little bit of it can be done uh, pretty quickly, and not uh, uh, take up too much time, because you know how how I said, time is of the essence uh, with model work in general, because of the amount of effort that goes into it and the details that I try to apply. So yeah, um, uh, I'm not gonna hold you up too much. I just wanted to say those few things, and uh, I appreciate the comments that I've been getting as of late on Deviant Art. The messages that have been sent, uh, and the feedback from my models are phenomenal. I really appreciate it, like, deeply. I really appreciate it. The work that I'm doing is just now starting to become a little bit more, uh, just a little bit more popular, to the point where people still want me to do models that have already been completed by someone else. I'm not sure how I feel about completing every single model. Just that I do plan on doing a lot of models. It's just that I want to start doing my own work. I want to start doing my own individual models and focusing on my work instead of rigging Smash Bros models and stuff like that. I don't want to stop doing that, but I much like this grenade, it took me uh like a few hours, and I got distracted by a lot of other things. But on a good side, I found a few videos that was helpful for me to start editing the things that I really wanted to edit, and to change specific things that I would want uh, done, and to what done and completed. Uh, but yeah, I'm rambling a little bit or a lot. Uh, this is not scripted. This is just me sitting here talking to you. Uh, yeah, and I just feel that certain things could be done better, and I'm working on a lot of things, and a little bit of it is a little overwhelming at times when I'm not sure of what I should start on or what I should be doing. That's why I'm like, okay, well, let's focus more on my own work instead of uh, own property, uh, things like that. So I will be opening up shop sometime next year. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the months that I have planned for model releases. Uh, and hopefully I can animate everything that I want to animate. Uh, but only time will tell. Uh, Nothing is promised because everything could, uh, you know, be deleted by the hard drive of this old computer that I'm using. Also, I have this glitch. If you could help, I said this before in one of my other videos, but Blender 2.79 before the 3.0 series or the 2.9 series. This computer can't handle that, and I kind of don't like the movement of the mouse on those other programs, the newer Blender. And they got rid of the drag to grab tool. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Pressing G is hard enough to where you hide something and you have to unhide it, or you cut something because G is below V. V is below G, so you end up cutting something that you don't want to cut, or you end up rotating or adding faces. It's a whole lot of shortcuts that need to be either remapped or changed from familiarity, something that I'm familiar with, versus something that could be, done with ease when the model is, you know, being worked on. It's like certain add-ons that they did was a good thing, and some of it it's like tedious. It's like the whole sphere thing. I'm not really caring for either. Like, you drag this way, you do this hand gesture to get this down, you do this hand gesture to get into that. I like it when I'm able to press one button, and depending on if I'm holding shift or alt or control, it does different things. Yes, you can potentially add that as a shortcut, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole. You can do this with no problem because certain shortcuts that you can add will be overriding certain other shortcuts. So it's like uh they use almost every key to illustrate that uh you can do brush tools, grab or sculpt or things like that, paint, all these things, waypaint, all these things has been updated to where it's a little bit more complicated to use. And uh, I don't use Blender to MD, uh, as in like I don't waypaint in Blender. I waypaint everything in MD. I do everything from scratch. That's the main reason why it takes so long, and it it's a lot more easier than exporting to this program just to get this done, exporting to that program to fix the errors, exporting to that program to name the bones, export to that program to make IKs, export it to that program. I I don't do all that. No. I do it traditionally. Like drawing on paper. I do it traditionally. Uh it's been 2 years. Yeah, it's been about 2 years since I actually started drawing on my touchscreen pad, XP pen. So yeah, I it's been a lot of things that I've been working on that I don't even have time to just sit around and hey, let's just have a drawing session and complete this. So anyway, I'm talking my ear off, talking your ear off again. Anyway, so anyway, so I'm branding my stuff. Uh, not the models specifically, but the game models. The video game models. It's gonna be under a brand name. Uh, I'm still working on it, so it's it looks like poop right now. It's like mediocre at best. But I I like the name and everything that I have in mind for it. Uh so yeah, I hope that everything is good with everyone thus far as far as the pandemic and other things. I know that a few people got hit by it hard. Markiplier got hit by it hard as well. Uh, but no one's safe. No one's safe. It's like it can happen to anyone at any moment, any given time, at any situation. You can touch an object and get COVID. So, so yeah, you gotta be careful out there and make sure you wipe things down and stay bleached, stay clean. So yeah, some things I need to put into practice a little bit more before bigger changes happen. Uh, anyway, enough of that. Uh, yeah, thank you for sticking with me and for dealing with all my shenanigans that I have put up and discussed about thus far and everything that I, you know, look forward I look forward to in the future of things that I plan on doing. I hope that you do enjoy my work and that you do consider purchasing the things I'm going to sell uh, as far as creations. High hopes. High hopes. Uh, because some things that I'm planning future wise takes a little bit of money financially. And it would help me financially to stay uh, in a house, preferably. So, uh, yeah. So if you help me out, that would be much appreciated and much obliged. And I plan on doing something special for the people, the small amount that will actually, consider purchasing my stuff. I know it's not a lot of people who have money because these are trying times. Trying times that are hard to deal with. You're dealing with so many things that you can't focus on anything else. That's the personal thing right now for me. So yeah, I have so much stuff that I wish I could say and uh explain more. But I'm gonna keep my personal life personal, and I share everything every now and then uh on my second account, but uh other than that, I keep it mostly on the models as per said preset on the other account. I want to keep the focus on what the community is mostly interested in is models and creation and a little bit of chit chat, a little bit of banter that creates you know interesting talks, interesting ideas. Yeah, something that shows that it's not just one thing being done. Is this it's a multitude. Something that says uh, that I care. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going off the rails again. But I want to do something that shows that I care about my community that I'm in, and that I don't just sit around doing rehashes all day. That I want to create something that people can, use for their own usage, preferably correctly, nothing 18 plus, uh, or derogatory in uh, multiple ways. Uh, I have rules that will be listed on the model page every time a model get released. Uh, I don't go into detail because you know what I mean when I say nothing 18 plus, or don't say that this small change makes this my model that I made from scratch by taking parts from other models. No, don't do that. So with with my stuff, I'm going to be I'm going to be taking my own creativity and turning it into something tangible so everyone can use and have as possibly a base to use for other models that they want to create, or even use parts of the models that I use, that I made, things like that. But mostly it's going to be full models, not items and clothing, because not every model is fit or catered to that clothing idea or uh, item in question. Uh, but I can give you this hint. You see these numbers down at the bottom. If you make a bin, say you bend the arm, uh, near the elbow to arm area. Uh, if you make a bend in the arm and you made it straight like that, and you want to get it looking better and in MD, you can use you can use this to type in the number to bend a bone specifically uh, to that catered amount. Let's see. So we uh, let's see. So you can add bins by typing in point 0.5, and let me clear that bin, and then point 0.5 and point 0.5, point 0.5, point 0.5. You can get increments that you want out of the model uh, while staying on the scale that you actually want. Say I wanted to save it like this, but I really don't, because it's supposed to be a pan through that. So but this is not an arm. This is a grenade, or a smoke grenade. So yeah, flash grenade. You can use increments by tapping this button, and then you can even do height increments uh, by tapping this one, and it will help if I click on a bone to do that, and it goes up to 5. Warning: if you do that, be sure to go back through and open it up after saving another auth, saving extra file like this grenade, and saving it under a different name or the same name. You'll be replacing your model that you're working with, so you don't want to do that. So save it under a different name. Usually it'll have new edit in Japanese by it. So uh uh so you should be able to work with that, and let's see if I save this right now, it'll save as a Japanese as newly edited model. So you can save this as flare grenade as newly edit, and it won't overwrite that unless you click on that to overwrite it. Uh, but yeah, preferably you should name uh this part, and you know get get it used like that. But anyway, that's all I got to offer. That's an MD tip for your troubles, for listening to me this whole time. And I think I just exited out the whole thing. Yes, I did. So yeah. I hope you guys are staying safe, like I said before, and staying healthy. Get active, stay active. Don't sit on your butt too late like me, too long, for too long. Even though I do workouts to stay strong, keep my bones healthy, keep motivated. The only thing I need to work on is keeping my teeth clean. With all this chocolate and stuff around and the crunchies. So yeah, you gotta be balanced. Anyway, I've been talking for over an hour. So anyway, you have a little bit of everything in here. Uh, anyway, I hope you guys take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Matane, Jaina.